So Derek King takes over a team that comes into the action 8 points out of a playoff spot in the Western Conference. And on the morning of his first NHL game as a head coach, he said, nervous, scared, anxious? Oh, you bet, all of it. He said, when I first stepped back there, the stomach will be a-churning a little bit. Let's take a look at the forward goaltending matchup tonight. You see Kevin Lankinen, who's not played in the last 4 games for the Hawks, looking for his initial win of the season. And at the other end, one of the great ones, you see Saros, whose 5 wins is tied for the 6th best mark in the league, and his save percentage is just off the top 10, so he's been really good in the Nashville net, taking over for Pekka Rinne. Speaking of a guy who's familiar with a first game as an NHL coach, I'm sitting next to one. Did you wear brown pants that night? Or
It might have changed after the first period. Lots of excitement, and I would expect the home team to be all fired up here to start. And this first period is brought to you by Toyota.
Stillman pressured along the boards, able to roll it loose, but they keep it alive. Duchesne's pass was broken up by Stillman, chased by Doc. He took a big hit and threw it away. Now as a centering pass, Duchesne waits and centered it. Oh, they couldn't go back door. He tried to get it to the other side for Cunnin, who would have had an easy tap and had the pass been completed. But Doc got lit up along the boards, but able to stay in the game and remains on the ice.
Shocked that Duchesne did not shoot that puck after Kirby took one violently into those boards, and now Kubalik took a shot off of Kane, who tried to dump the puck in.
Johansson threw it to the middle. That's blockered away by Lankinen, and Kane dropped it back. DeHaan looks back for Murphy. Send it into the O zone. Tay is able to arrive first. Tapped it around the boards. Kubalik. Dominic Kubalik, who's not had a goal in his last 6 games. Now, Red's able to regain, and they clear as they change. DeHaan going to wait for the Hawks to complete a change also.
One thing that the Hawks have to understand, Pat, is that they have to be patient. Nashville, if they don't have any pressure, they're going to just have 5 guys back like we saw, and you're going to have to dump the puck in. And you have to manage the puck, something that Derek King talked about this morning, just managing the puck much better. A little physicality there by Jujhar Khaira. So be hit or hit somebody, and that's exactly what happens. Luke Cunnin on Kirby. Doc right on his backside. A good, clean, hard hit. Duchesne, the light is green to shoot the puck, and he tries to pass back door. And Stillman with a good defensive play. Hopefully Kirby is okay. And then Khaira with a big hit there, Pat, right before that last whistle. So you better tighten up that chin strap, because looks like both sides are trying to engage physically, and nothing wrong with that.
Khaira in on this draw, able to win it. And Khaira, by the way, has only played in 6 games as a Blackhawk, but credited with 17 hits. And look at, I look at these score sheets all the time. You got a game with 3 hits in it. That's a way above average night. So been able to execute his responsibilities when he's been given a chance.
And a guy that's probably averaging 11 and a half minutes at the most. So Jujhar Khaira understanding his role, and with an offensive zone face-off here, Coach King's going to change it up and bring out the Strome, Hardman, and whistle line. And physicality throughout the National Hockey League. Islanders, Senators, Penguins, Bruins, and the Hawks. You got to pick your spots, though, when you're going to be physical, right? You don't want to run out of position. They're there, you go ahead and finish somebody.
The Predators didn't like the matchup. They take their banger and crasher line off the ice, and the Hawks able to dump this one in. Yossi under pressure from Hardman, but able to roll it loose. And Strome tries to keep it alive on the boards. Novak had it, lost it, centering pass. Too hot to handle for Hardman, who had it deflect off his skate, it looked like, and the Predators start away. Fabro rolled it ahead. Novak gave it back to Fabro. Tried a flip shot, easily gloved by Lankinen. He'll hold long enough for a stoppage.
Good hit by Stillman on Fabro after he got that puck to the net. Well, the all-new official Chicago Blackhawks app is here. Connect with the Blackhawks all year long with team content, perks for app users. Plus, make your in-arena experience as seamless as possible with mobile ticketing, food and beverage express pickup, and other game day guides. Scan the QR code to download today.
Doc and Granlund for this draw. Kirby Doc over his last 5 games, no goals, 1 assist. Going to get it going tonight with a couple of premier wingers who are out there now, and Kane looking forward to bring it in the middle. His stick was lifted. He couldn't catch the pass as a result. And back come the Preds. They're deep into the Chicago zone, and they fight along the boards. The Preds win the puck. Here's a quick shot off the side of the net. It was outside the post, hit the outside of the goal on the way by.
Granlund with the opportunity. What a play by Duchesne. 2 Blackhawks were right there, and he was able to make the quick little pass.
Josi, the top scoring defenseman in the entire circuit and the leading scorer for the Predators. Able to throw it in deep. Hawks could not get it out. Well, it's cleared around for Granlund. He lets it go back. Ekholm looking back for Granlund.
This line,
and Doc stripped him.
This Hawks line, Pat, all they've done is defended so far. 2 shifts.
Yeah.
All they've done is spent the time in their own zone. So tough start here for the Doc, Kane, DeBrincat line from our WeatherTech RoboCam. Here's Matt Duchesne. He's got it. 2 Hawks go to him, and then all of a sudden, here comes Granlund. Now, Kane did a nice job there, Pat. Maybe we'll get another look at that. Maybe I can bring out the crayons here and show everybody. Patrick Kane came all the way over and recognized the play that Granlund was so wide open. Kaner came all the way over there and really prevented a real hard shot at Lincoln.
Holmes' long one off the mark. Benning could not keep it in, and back comes Hagel. Brandon Hagel's got 3 goals his last 5 games. Look to center this one. The puck was bouncing, however. It didn't work out with Taves. And the Predators get back, but could not maintain possession in the offensive zone. Kubalik the other way. Kubalik dropped it. Dahan shot it into the glove of Saros.
Well, let's go back to that play, Pat, from our Xfinity Telestrator. You see Nashville, there's Granlund, but watch the play by Kaner here. He's the eyes, right? He understands that, okay, well, there's an opportunity here where I got to make sure that I make a beeline here and put a little bit of pressure. Right here, look at him come all the way over. And just forces it the last second. Yeah, the puck got directed towards the net, but look at Kaner. Stick on puck, that's the way you do it. That's a good defensive play by 88 Red. That's why you have schemes. That's why you have defensive systems. There is no perfect system. And then when there are breakdowns, you need those layers. You need those mechanisms in place to help each other out. Players are going to get beat. Things happen. But Kaner recognized that that was a situation that wasn't very advantageous for the Hawks, and he was able to make that play.
Jeannot had it taken away. McCabe pushed it up the boards. Hawks get it out. And Carrier, under pressure from Carpenter, went down but did not lose possession.
Go ahead.
Well, the Predators reorganize.
Not sure if he Jeannot whether or not he had it or not, but that wasn't him. That was Carrier back there, partner, right?
Nice reverse hit by Murphy. He dumps it kind of with the jolt. And now Kara gave it to McCabe. McCabe paired up with Murphy in the early stages of the game tonight. There's the Predators' Josi. Sends it ahead. Chased down by Tolvanen. He's checked. Grimaldi came up with it. Lines it around for Josi. A long clip shot deflected up high and out of play.
Well, Pat, you were talking about Kinger a little bit earlier. We had a chance to talk to him. I had a chance to talk to him this afternoon. And as a first-time coach in the National Hockey League, I asked him, is there anybody that you reach out to as soon as you got the job? Is there somebody that has been in your system and has kind of helped you along the way? And he mentioned Dallas Eakins, head coach of the Anaheim Ducks. They were together in the American Hockey League for 4 years. Kinger was the assistant in the American League with the Marlies, the farm team of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and he just told him, Dallas Eakins told Kinger, say, hey, look, just have fun and be yourself. And you looked at when you're a young coach in the National Hockey League, people that you can trust and people that you need some words of wisdom, so to speak, when you're jumping right into it.
Here's a long clip shot. Fabro never got through. Hawks to the attack. Hardman an area play just out of the reach of Entwistle, who still took a whack at it. And now the Reds try to start back. Fabro scooped it ahead. Novak scooped it in. Now Stillman. Leave it to DeHaan. He's got time to take a look to the stick of DeBrincat, who lost it, and now Kane able to chase it down at the other end. Kane under pressure from Benning, who's able to force him back out of the zone.
He did a nice job there, Benning. Really put Kaner in a tough spot, and the puck ended up leaving the zone.
Cave check, dug out by Doc. Scooped it back to Brinkett, looking for Kane on the boards. Kane holding. Now Murphy shooting, and that's blocked out in front of the net by Cousins. And now the Preds able to clear this one the other way. So the Doc line that time spends a little time on the offensive end. So you're talking about to Derek King today about some advice he got when you got your chance with the Penguins. I mean, was anybody you leaned on to try to get some help?
Yeah, the first guy I called was Lou Lamoriello. Now the president and CEO of the New York Islanders, who've been a mentor of mine pretty much my whole life.
A steal here, Taves! Oh, and his shot didn't seem to hit the target. He winds this one around. There's Jones. He was able to keep it in. Hagel. Had it knocked loose. Jones kept it momentarily. Taves kept it alive for Kubalik. His pass didn't get to the net. And the Preds finally able to get out and then get it in.
Yeah, the other guy was Lauren Mollican, who was my coach here in Chicago at the end of my career, and I eventually brought Lauren with me to Pittsburgh, so there was that comfort blanket to be right next to me for first couple of years that I was in Pittsburgh. So yeah, most guys will have somebody, and it made an impact on them both on and off the ice.
We'll talk more about that topic regarding Derek King when we come back. 8 minutes scoreless into this one. That he might have incorporated into his coaching himself, and you talked about a couple of legends in the game. Pat Quinn, one of the great men who ever existed in the National Hockey League, was a big mentor of his, and he played a lot for Al Arbor, the legendary Islander coach. And the way he talked about Al Arbor, when he played for him, he didn't like him very much. He pushed his buttons a lot, but like it often happens with parents and kids, the kids grow up a little, get a little bit more mature, and they realize, oh yeah, my parents were telling me the right stuff.
Now I get it.
Yeah,
now
I
know why.
Here's a long flipper, Murphy, and it just missed the target. Took contact on the boards. Kurashev rolled it ahead. And Yossi looks for Trennan, who's got space on the boards. Out comes Sissons. Colton Sissons, a chip and chase. Murphy retrieves. And Carpenter got help from Kara to roll it the other way. Now, back goes Stillman. As the Hawks look to complete a player change here. Seth Jones to Alex DeBrincat, weaving ahead. Too much traffic at the blue line. And Stillman back to the offensive end. Stillman is separated from the puck. Benning under pressure from DeBrincat. It rolled loose for Duchesne. Stillman kept it in. Now Kane. Back for Jones. A long clip shot. Soaked up easily. That's an easy stop for UC Saros on a long wrister.
Let's
with
go back.
no traffic.
Sorry, partner. Let's go back right before that TV timeout. Hagel and Taves going to work into the corner. Good stick check. Watch this play here. Right, the quick shot. Maybe off the shaft of the stick and then the post. Look at Hagel. Ducking for cover there. He wasn't sure where that puck was going. A pretty salty opportunity for the captain as he has some words with his new bench boss. Mark Crawford over on the defensive side. With all the changes in the Blackhawks coaching staff, usually Crow was over on the forward side, but now he's over working with the D.
By the way, if there's anybody listening who wants to be a professional coach, reaching out to Kyle Davidson right now would be a good idea. Now only Anders Sorensen is left in Rockford, so he's got to get him some help. And Kyle was saying this morning that there likely will be an addition to the Hawks coaching staff. That might not necessarily happen if Crawford and King figure out they can handle things themselves. Penalty here. But there may well be an addition to the Hawks coaching staff. So this organization has a couple of openings, maybe here and certainly in Rockford. So you better let KD know you're around if you're thinking about it.
Number 95, 2 minutes, hooking.
Going to be a power play here for the Hawks, but this call was made awfully late. And watch Duchesne. This call is made, Pat, after Kirby Dach falls. No arm, no arm, no arm, and then right there in front of the official, and Duchesne was barking at the official as he headed to the penalty box, and an opportunity here. Seth Jones trying to buy a little bit of time here, being out there for that last shift.
Well, the Hawks power play was scintillating in the first little bit of the season. It slowed down some. 1 of the last 11 over 4 games. The Preds PK has not been great. Here's DeBrincat. Back for Jones. Then Kane, a one-timer off the side of the goal. Carpenter got it back. Now DeBrincat gets things set up. Taves to Kane. Carpenter right in front of the net. Here's Jones for DeBrincat. Kane. DeBrincat. Back for Kane. Hawks forced it to the perimeter so far. Kane trying to make something happen. Walks in with a shot. Taves. Harwood. Rebound. A second save on Taves with a stuff attempt. Now Jones able to keep it alive. Still 70 for the power play. Seth Jones with a 3-game point streak for DeBrincat. He fanned on the pass. Here's Kane. Jones. And he had a jump loose. Seth Jones with 10 points, up among the defenseman scoring leaders in the league. Now he works in deep. Jones toward the middle. That's well covered by Granlund. And they clear it the other way. 45 for the power play.
Good idea there by Kane to try to interchange there with Jones and DeBrincat. Give Nashville something to think about, and then Taves was right on the doorstep.
Strome trying to pry it away from Myers. Then Dach did, but he's checked by Myers. Dach able to maintain control. Gustafsson back for Dach. Down low, Strome. Then Dach. Kurashev's in the middle. On this side, it's Kubalik. There's Dach. His pass picked off and cleared the other way. That's going to finish the Chicago man advantage, so both teams at full strength.
Tough to try to force that puck. As Kirby Dach tried, I thought the lane was there to just go ahead and fire it at the net. You had people in front.
Now the Preds to the offense. Duchesne trying to run it through his legs. That's picked off beautifully, and back comes Entwistle. Entwistle looking for Taves. It didn't work out, and Duchesne the other way. Cousins couldn't quite catch up with that one, and Gustafsson up the boards and eventually out of play with 8 minutes remaining in a scoreless first in the UC.
Best Bears post-game show in the world.
What's Alden Krutz have to say?
The Football After Show, presented by St. Xavier. Hi, Colleen. Join Lance, Alex, Olin, and the Capman, my buddy David Kaplan, as they break down the game. Hopefully the Bears over the Steelers.
Well, a difficult matchup for Derek King's team tonight. There's John Hines, who got his first win as a Predator coach against the Blackhawks. And last year, playing in the same division, his team dominated the season series, 7-0-1. I mean, they took 15 points out of 16 against Chicago. So the Hawks have some scores to settle in the matchup. Here's DeHaan. A long clip shot deflected right on. Good save by Saros.
Good tip, Kubalik.
Now it's Hagel. DeHaan. Then Murphy. His wrister tip. And the redirect slowed in the process after the tip. Saros able to smother it.
What do you want from your sportsbook? Same game parlays you can boost for even more? How about more Chicagoland locations than anyone else, making it even easier to sign up in person? New customers get risk-free bets up to $2,000.
Couple of good deflections there, Pat. One by Kubalik, one by Hagel. Saros was able to find that second one and get a face-off.
Well, nice to hear you say that, because it means you had some traffic in front of the net, which...
and you got guys shooting the puck. At least directing it at the net. It doesn't have to be hard. Just got to get it through.
Benning pumps it in. There's Jones. That's nearly picked off. Does stay in the zone. McCabe. Then Jones looking for Carpenter. Going off the boards with that. It didn't get out, but Jones fouled it up. And in it goes. Myers under pressure from Carpenter. Kurashev then winds it around. Here's Murphy. Pass was picked off, and Kubalik kept it in. Predators regain. Carrier starts ahead. Well, they get it into the Hawk zone. And good shield there by Connor Murphy. He kept his forechecker away from the puck, and nothing Cousins could do to retrieve it. Well, the Hawks will try another breakout. Tired around the boards and out. Cousins hit hard by Riley Stillman as he dumped it.
A couple of good hard hits here. Start this game.
Mentioned that Stillman's only played once in the last couple of 2.5 weeks. But part of that was he couldn't go to Winnipeg, couldn't cross the border because of the COVID protocols and whatnot. So able to play the other night in Manitoba. Here's a centering pass, Tomasino, that never connected, and Hawks clear it the other way. Don't touch it. Well, they didn't touch it, so they're going to let him get away with it. Ekholm dumped it. Brinkett sends Doc ahead. Jones up on this rush too. He's got it. Seth Jones for Patrick Kane, who had to stop to catch the pass, and that allowed Ekholm to break it up.
Missed opportunity there. That was a 3-on-2 that possibly turned into a 2-on-1. Never got a shot on.
To Brinkett looking to drive, gets right in, fumbled it, and Kane was at his skates. He couldn't pick it up at close range. So Carrier will send it back the other way. Hit hard as he did that. Doc unloaded on him. So physicality, a big part of this opening frame tonight.
Good finish there by Kirby at the end of a long shift. The hit was there, he took it, and that hit pays dividends somewhere down the road in this game.
Well, the Preds Trennan scooped it for Sissons. He had it knocked away. Hagel a bank pass. There's Kubalik. He's got space. He drives. Kubalik to the net. One-hand shot. Saves Saros. It dribbled within a foot of the goal line, but Denver did cross. And we will stay scoreless after Kubalik tried to break a 6-game goal-scoring streak. And a terrific opportunity, but Saros able to keep this one scoreless.
Xfinity Mobile. And speaking of Xfinity partner, our Xfinity telestrator will show that last chance for Dominic Kubalik. Look at this. Unfortunately, he needed a fork here. Just stop it from rolling. Look at, got on his stick, and good idea there with Dom, with Fabro right in his back pocket. Wasn't able to really get a lot on it, but he did a nice job of shoveling at the net.
Stillman, his shot attempt blocked. Yossi banked that one off the glass. Yossi in for Sissons. Weak flip shot handled by Boyd. Lankin wanted to catch that, missed it. And hit his pad and stayed out. That is only going to be the 4th shot on goal for the Nashville Predators. So look at it. I mean, for Derek King, You got to love what's happened here in the first period. And he addressed the pattern of the Blackhawks having poor starts this season. It's been a regular thing for their first dozen games. In fact, the Hawks have scored the first goal only 4 times out of 12 games. They've only had the lead after the first period twice in 12 games. So if that's the case, you're just chasing all the time. Matthias Ekholm. Well, the Preds come out. Duchesne looking for Granlund to the corner. Jones got there first. 3 Hawks right with one another. Now the Preds still get possession. Ekholm, a long clip shot, never got through. A quick attempt off a leg out in front. DeHaan in the way of that. Granlund comes this way. Duchesne. That Duchesne, who's got a 3-game goal scoring streak. Now it's Granlund. Able to hold. His pass attempt bounced up high, and the Hawks have to get rid of this. It'll be icy.
Well, we talked about the physicality, Pat, early in this first period. There's been 25 hits, and that was first shift of the game for the Nashville Predators. And a Jujhar Khaira with a good hit. McCabe with a step up. Reverse hit as you picked up on by Connor Murphy a little bit earlier. Luke Cunnin again. There's Kirby Dach. As you said, you better buckle up that chin strap a little more snug here tonight. Good shot block there by Hartman.
Which allows a much needed change for Derek King. So we mentioned it, Eddie, I think we showed us Mark Crawford, who's on the right of your picture there. He'll be changing the defense tonight. Derek King will be working the forward group. And something makes me wonder what was just what they just exchanged, because they both left with a little bit of a smile or smirk.
Nice.
I love it.
Nice to see.
Yeah. Yossi toward the middle. Quick shot. Tomasino. That deflected, went wide. Cousins knocked down by Murphy. Sisson's pass hit the skate of the official, so now DeBrincat the other way. He's able to get to it. Winding around for Kane. The late man is Stillman. A long clip shot. That's an easy save. Nobody near the front of the net for that one. And the Preds try to clear it. Did not get out. Dach to the corner. Kirby Dach. Riley Stillman looking for Kane on the other side. Jones under pressure. And now Jeannot. Scoop to center, and we get down to the final minute of the opening period.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
Stillman looking for Hagel. He's pressured, lost it. Now Taves got it back. Jonathan Taves up for Brandon Hagel, who hacked it ahead. Now taken by Seth Jones. Half a minute for the opening frame. Taves put it deep. Tolvanen chipped it ahead. DeHaan. Then Murphy. He's hit hard, but made the play up the boards, and out comes Hagel with 15. Hagel an area play just out of the reach of Kubalik, who was busting up the middle. Now Taves couldn't pry it off the boards, and hey. Oh, wait, that's only you? I can say that about?
Back in the early '80s, you only used that for one guy. I appreciate that all these years later, partner. Let me do the math. 16 and 20, 37 years ago.
All right. I love it. Well, that's a real good first period for Derek King's group. They outshoot the Predators 10-5. It's a scoreless first, so that in itself something of a victory as the Hawks match the Predators.
Your internet do that. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Choose Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. The card to carry through it all. And by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires.
No score as we get ready to start the second period, and as we celebrate Native American Heritage Month here tonight at the United Center. The Hawks and the Predators getting ready to drop the puck for the second period. Well, the Blackhawks Foundation Queen of Hearts raffle pot is over $190,000. If your ticket is drawn and you pick the envelope with the Queen of Hearts jackpot, that's a double jackpot for 190 G's, partner. Remember to keep playing each week as the jackpot gets bigger and the Queen of Hearts still hasn't been found. Purchase tickets at blackhawksqoh.com now. And we always enjoy talking to Calvin DeHaan, and that was a fun interview, and the Hawks can find a way to get win number 2 here tonight against the pesky Preds.
So you can either get involved in the split the pot jackpot, which would be a wise thing to do, or you could listen to Eddie Olczyk's Breeders' Cup picks and just, maybe not.
Not this past couple of days, but we tried. A couple winners, but not enough to make everybody happy. I heard a lot about it when I walked into the building.
Hagel could have held that pass, might have been in, but didn't work out that way. And now Cunnan, I should say, for Nashville finds Duchesne. Stop and go. He could not get rid of McCabe that time, and Murphy going up the board. Fabro kept it alive, and it dribbled towards Lankinen, who now will decide to let it continue on.
That's pretty much played only 5 defensemen in that first period, partner. Eric Gustafson only had 3 shifts. Thanks for the primary assist there to the great Dave Ross. Make me aware of that. So something to keep an eye on here as we move forward.
The Preds able to exit their zone. Jeannot going wide. Leonard Jeannot drops it back. Matthias Ekholm activating. Now had to circle back. Tried a long flip shot that never got through, and Jones turns it over. Sissons checked right away though by Kara. Now it comes back for Ekholm. Put it across a long wrist shot. Just missed the target. Bounce all the way back into the Predator zone.
I don't think Lankinen saw that until it was by him. Some net front presence there and a pretty good shift by the Predators.
Holmes pass deflecting and ends up with Cousins. He's met by Stillman. Stillman, by the way, had a 4-hit first period penalty coming here.
Be on Doc, I believe, for a high stick.
Chicago, number 77, minor penalty, high sticking.
Yeah, the penalty happens in the corner as Kirby Doc goes in right, and there's the stick right to the face.
Well, 2 special teams going at one another that have both been great in the early part of the season. The Hawks are 5th best on the PK. The Preds are 3rd best on the PP. Hawks able to win a draw.
Penalty was called number 77, Kirby Doc. 2 minutes for high sticking at 2:09.
The Predator power play has 8 goals in the last 7 games, 8 out of 24. He could not connect on that pass, and they'll have to regroup. Hawks PK after a poor season a year ago. In much better shape in the early part of this year. They've only allowed 3 of the last 18 to be converted. That's over 6 games.
So far, so good for the Hawks PK. Nashville not able to connect on any passing.
Tolvanen dropped it. Josi goes the other way. Well, they get things set up. Granlund holding. Here's Tolvanen back out. Here's Josi, a long shot. That missed the target. And Granlund gave it to Johansson. Then a centering pass captured by Tolvanen. Ellie Tolvanen back to Roman Josi going the other way. Granlund trying to go back door. That's picked off by Kara looking to counterattack. Here comes Entwistle looking to drive in shorthanded. Drives right to the goal and could not complete the move to the forehand. 40 to go in the power play for the visitors.
Play all started, Pat, because of the forced play by the Predators on a power play. Kara was able to stop the pass, and then they went to work as Kara made the change, and Entwistle took the puck right to the blue paint.
Board battle won by the Hawks. Murphy to DeBrincat. Looking to drive in there on the forward back, but his pass was deflected, and Cousins to the offensive zone. And it's taken away beautifully by Murphy. That's going to finish the Nashville power play, so a fine PK turned in by the Hawks. Can they get a little mo off of that? The Predators get it in. Messino got turned around at Hagel. He was stripped of it in the neutral zone. That looked like an offside play and was.
Let's go back to that part of that PK by the Hawks. Granlund tries to force this puck all the way. Not a good decision. Easy play for Kara. He's at the end of a shift, and then Whistle says, you know what, I'm going to try Roman Josi. Forehand, backhand, lower that shoulder, try to protect the puck. Take it to the blue paint, you just never know. Tried to go backhand, forehand, and he wasn't able to complete the play, but you like the mindset of 58 red in that particular play. And you're recognizing that Yoshi's been out there for a while, so maybe use that to your advantage.
Hagel for Kubalik, cuts it with a step shot. He goes up off the glass with that. Now Kubalik trying to center, but Taves well covered in that scenario, and now Hagel trying to keep it alive. They battle the boards. It comes back for DeHaan. A long flip shot off the mark. And the Preds Trennan heads away. Back off Trennan, put it into Tanner Jeannot. He's checked by DeHaan. Who won the puck. Got it to Kane. Then DeBrincat looks back for PK 88 into the zone. Kane toward the middle, running through his legs was Docker. He tried to, couldn't complete the move.
I think that pass was for DeBrincat, not Doc.
Kane for Jones activating. He shoots, and he put it up over top of that. It might have grazed the crossbar on the way by. So a near miss for Seth Jones.
Well, you can follow our Blackhawks insider, Charlie Rimeli-Otis, on NBCSportsChicago.com, presented by Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. Get to enjoy knowing the Vuk as much as you do the jingle at JeffVuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. Kane finds Jones, works himself right there, and then, yeah, Pat, right where the post and the crossbar meet. Good screen there by Kirby.
The Preds get it in. Taken by McCabe. It's going to be icing. Hawks will be back here on a Tuesday night. The Pittsburgh Penguins will make their only United Center appearance of the year. So Sid the Kid and crew will go against Derek King's club. I mean, again, you've been able to coach in the National Hockey League, and in a mid-season change like this, I mean, think about Derek King coming in here. Centering pass, and a stuff shot from Doc was stopped by Saros. But Derek King gets the job on 2 days ago. today he's got a morning skate for 40 minutes. That's his experience with the Hawks team so far. So like he told you in our game open, he's not going to come in here with his chest puffed out and say, here, we're going to change things and here's how we're doing it.
Yeah, it's going to take some time.
Oh,
without a doubt. And especially in the defensive zone, the conversation that I had is certainly an area that he wants to change, and can't do it overnight. It's going to take us a couple of days to implement it in practice. Well, really, I think, Pat, after you think about the schedule, after the Tuesday game, you get a couple of days of practice for him to really kind of put his fingerprints all over his hockey club.
And Eddie was talking about, you know, Derek's approach coming in here as the interim head coach. Now, both he and the interim general manager, Kyle Davidson, used the word accountability several times this morning. But one thing I took note of, Derek was talking about, he watched the game that the Hawks played at Winnipeg the other night. He watched with Anders Sorensen, his assistant coach in Rockford, and he said defensively it just looked like we're chasing a lot. So it'll take time, but there may be a little bit of a tweak to how the Hawks approach things in their defensive zones.
There will be a big tweak.
Well, I mean, there's got to be. I mean, he wouldn't say this, but I will. It's been a lousy defensive team for a number of years here in terms of what they give up. But the other thing he took note of in watching the game in Winnipeg, he said when the disallowed goal happened, you could just see on the TV screen shoulders slump. And so, look, I mean, he didn't use the word fragile, but, I mean, look at a coaching change doesn't happen if things are going well, right? So you got a team that's had a hard time over the first few weeks of the season. And to get themselves a little bit of confidence any way you can do that. Look at the first 27 minutes here. This is, for the way things have gone, this has been a good stretch. I mean, you're nearly halfway through the game. You've only given up 6 shots on goal. So you keep that kind of thing up, things are going to start going your way.
You're taking pressure off of your goaltenders. And you're taking pressure off of your team defense. And when you're spending a lot of time in your own zone, the numbers will go up and chances will happen, penalties will happen, and certainly gets the players' attention. I've been through it as a player a boatload of times.
Here's Hagel trying to get into the middle, broken up, good sliding play, Benning. Now Jones. Over to Gustafsson, he scooped it deep. One of his rare shifts, Taves.
First shift of the second period.
Here's a long shot by Jones, just off the end boards, and Hagel able to score! A fortunate bounce for the Blackhawks. Hagel drive for the net, found it, able to poke it home, and the Hawks have the lead. That is 4 goals in the last 6 games for 38 Reds.
Well, Jonathan Taves gets his puck back to the point, and then Brandon Hagel just gets inside position on Matthias Ekholm. Screen in front by Kubalik. I'm not sure, maybe we could get a different look of where Seth Jones was looking, Pat, when he shot that puck, but it almost seemed like to me he didn't want to shoot it straight ahead because Nashville had people in front and was never going to get there. So just get it to the net, just get it off to the side. Maybe something will happen, and then the puck took a fortunate bounce. But again, how often we've talked about it the last couple of years, Spartan, about Brandon Hagel. The want to, the will, the ability to just get inside on players and say, you know what, I'm not going to be denied. And nose over the puck mentality. That's Brandon Hagel, and that's a big goal for this club.
Kane, an area play. Oh, just barely ruled offside there. Kirby Dach played 10 games against the Nashville Predators in his still young career. Has 3 assists against them, so big opportunity tonight between Kane and DeBrincat.
Blackhawk goal, his 4th of the season.
All right, now the top scoring D-man in the league, Roman Josi. Duchesne, and in it goes. McCabe.
Number 19, Jonathan Taves at 7:15.
We'll dump this one in.
Scores of the season scored by Hagel. Assisted by Jones and Hayes at 7:15.
Duchesne comes away, and an extra move to the line forced that play. Would have been offside. Hawks regain control, and here comes Kane to the other end. Able to pick his way in. Looking for DeBrincat on this side. Now Fabro took it back. Taken by Strome. Looking for Kane. Gets back into the zone. Oh, he was stripped of it. Great stick there by Fabro, where the Hawks might have had something going. And now back goes Stillman. Kind of fumbled it and worked the more centering pass. Quick shot is broken up by DeHaan. Rebound to the Preds.
Grimaldi with a real good play. He always seems to play pretty good hockey against the Hawks. That puck looked like it came outside the zone there.
Tolvanen, a wrist shot into the glove. And a good save made by Lankinen.
I want to go back to right before the goal. Seth Jones is going to get this puck back at the point, and I wasn't sure if he just missed a shot or stop it right here. There he is. There's lots of room, right, to get that puck to the net. The lane is there. I just think he misshot it, right? I think he just missed it on the short side, and Hagel ends up winning that foot race on Ekholm, and the Hawks are rewarded. So a great look by our crew, and Hawks with a 1-0 lead.
Carrier activating for Nashville. Entwistle had him well covered. Carrier able to come up with it. Spins to his forehand. Now going to drive the net. Got it to the blue. And a save made by... Now it's in the net. Lankinen thought he had it. He did not. A determined effort from the D-man. That is Alexander Carrier just muscling his way to the net. And the Preds have tied it.
Well, Carrier puts that puck under the stick of Kevin Lankinen, which opens up the lane here, Pat. And that allowed it to get to the blue paint, and then he just followed right up and somehow slid it right under Kevin Lankinen. But the power move, the lane was there. There was no hesitation at all. Watch this puck just go right under the stick, and then he just puts it right in.
Now here's a corner battle won by Carpenter.
I understand we had some problems on that telestrator, so -1 on Olczyk. Try to get my crayons reloaded here shortly, but I think people got the message of the play that developed on the Hawks' lone goal of the game.
Colton Sissons for Nashville. Go to Myers. Ekholm has some room and fires it in. Picked up by Hagel, who got it to Taves. Now back is Benning. We're midway through regulation time, and the Hawks have kept the Predators to single digits on the shot chart. Now it's taken by Jones. His pass taken away. Johansson. Oh, his pass broken up. Good stick there, Stillman. And Johansson reluctant to shoot in a good spot.
I'll tell you what, though, Pat, talk about the low numbers for Nashville. There's probably been at least 5 times tonight where they've had a chance to shoot the puck, and there's another one. Johansson, the light couldn't have been any greener.
Tolvanen gets it with a shot. Good save made. Rebound. A second save by Lankinen. Able to deny Tolvanen. Or Tomasino, I should have said. Now the Hawks to the other end. A pass deflected away from Doc, trying to chase it down. Instead, it's DeBrincat. Then DeHaan. Coming on a change is Murphy. His shot deflected just wide. And a penalty coming up. And looks like another high sticking call being made here as
Kirby again?
Kirby Doc is going to have a seat once more. The Predators to the power play. Brandon Hagel able to put the Hawks in front. Nashville answered. Now they get a chance to take the lead in a moment.
Sticks are up here, Pat, and then Kirby just gets it up a little bit too high, and I don't even know if he ever makes contact with the head of Fabro, but The official calls high sticking. The second penalty of the game. For Doc.
Reds on the power play now. Centering pass comes loose. Here's Granlund trying to go back door. It didn't connect and to be held in by Josi. The long wrist shot is off a body to Tolvanen. Tolvanen goes back to Josi. His long wrister deflected wide. And retrieved by Duchesne.
Shooting mentality here for the Preds.
They go down low. Granlund taking a look in front. Back out Josi. Goes the other way. Got it back. Flip shot deflected wide. And then Murphy able to send it the length of the ice.
Nashville goals first of the season for number 45, Alexander Carrier, unassisted at 9:05. Nashville goals first of the season scored by Carrier, unassisted at 9:05.
Josi leads the Predators ahead. In it goes. Trennan gets to it first. Stripped though by Jones. Now here comes Hagel looking for Carpenter. The pass broken up. Nice play, Carrier.
Thought he might have bounced it off the boards there. Pat let Carpenter skate into it, kind of an indirect pass.
Now the Tomasino a shot, and that deflected just wide. Taken by Jeannot. Now it's back out. Here's a long shot. Carrier off a body and just jumped away from Trennan. Or I should say Cunnin. Now the Preds keep the play going. Jeannot holding. He dropped it back. Carrier shot off a leg in front. There's a snapshot from Novak that didn't get through. He's got it again. Novak centered one. He had it picked off. Now a quick shot attempt well wide. Chased down by Jones with a clear. That finishes the Nashville power play with their second group. And a couple of near misses.
A couple of good blocks, near miss. If the Hawks can get a little bit of momentum here off of that penalty kill.
Jeannot rings it around Benning. Now Sissons. Rolls it in behind. They dig it out with a wraparound attempt that rolled off the end of Grimaldi's stick. Jeannot, then Sissons. Takes a look. Rocco Grimaldi going off the boards. Lost it under pressure from Doc. Kane to the other end. Patrick Kane for his 1100th point maybe. He needs one more for that. His centering pass here picked off. And the defenders then fail to get it out. Gustafsson for Kane. Trying to work a give and go, but it didn't get through from DeBrincat. Now Kane got it back. Center and a save made by Saros. What a setup from Kane to Doc. And UC Saros, his best stop of the night, point blank. So Kane coming this close to adding his 1,099 points. Not that time.
It's Friday, November 12th, when the Hawks take on the Yotes. Secure your seats at blackhawks.com/tickets. As Colby Cohen says, my favorite part of the show. And I forgot the bell baggage claim partner.
Murphy's long flipper off the mark here, and now Strome. Rolled it loose. McCabe down low, and Hardman got help from Strome. McCabe's long one soaked up by Saros. Well, you see Saros, I mean, after now being the official number one guy, Pecorine retiring after last year, and look at what he did against the Hawks last year, and like even carrying into this year against anybody, he's given up 2 goals or fewer in 4 straight games, and he's played in 9 of them 7 times, 2 or less. Well, look, it's always been a good defensive structure in front of him, or any Nashville goaltender, but He's been there when needed, and a penalty coming up here as the Hawks off a faceoff had a man taken down, and now the Hawks are the man advantage.
Well, looks like Benning's going to go. Hawks lost the faceoff, but gain a power play.
Nashville, 5, minor penalty, interference.
Once that offensive zone faceoff happened there, Pat, Nashville made a change, and then Coach King threw out the dock line right back. And they draw the penalty, so what an opportunity here with 5:22 left to go. With the man advantage here in a second.
Hawks did get 3 shots on their first power play chance tonight.
2 minutes for interference at 14:38. Nashville penalty ball number 5, Banning. 2 minutes for interference at 14:38. Resulting in a Blackhawks power play.
Right, here comes Jones. Kane. It's out of the reach of Taves. Carrier on it. Kane trying to fight it out of the corner. A couple others jump in. It's around for DeBrincat.
Good help by Carpenter there.
Now Jones to the other side. Kane. Kane whiffed on a pass attempt. Oh, DeBrincat. Go back to Kane. Taves. Kane. Across Jones. Shoots one. Good shoulder save. Rebound Kane. And he fanned on a bouncing pass. Great setup by Jones, but the shot not completed, and the Preds able to clear with a minute left on their penalty.
Heck of an opportunity. Kane gave it to Jones. He got the shot, came right back to him, and Kane was there all by himself. Good heads up play. Look out.
Oh, Strome crisscrossing ran into Grimaldi. Big contact there. It's carried on Doc. Now Doc coming up with it. Back to Jones. Kane to Jones. We'll go back to Kane. Seth Jones, a wrist shot is blocked. Nice play by Granlund. And Grimaldi the clear. Kirby Doc with just a few power play seconds left. Doc trying to get to the middle. He did, but unable to complete the shot. He looks across. Gustafsson trying to center one. A bouncing puck in front of the net. Saros reaching, couldn't get it. But the Preds are able to clear their penalty over if this goes all the way down, but it won't. So no icing here. Now Hagel is checked right away. And Duchesne scooped it to the Hawks line. Hagel's touch pass out of reach, and Carrier. The Preds get it into the Hawks zone. With a board battle ensuing. Hawks able to come out with it. Ekholm with a bouncer under pressure from Kara, but able to keep it and clear his end. Now Benning to Ekholm. As the Hawks try to change on the go. This one is dumped. Stillman pressured in deep. Support there from Hardman. No. Novak trying to pry it loose for Nashville. Didn't happen there, and it's taken by Murphy.
Nice little play there by Strome. Little elevation to get that puck to Murphy and clean. And now a collision, a triple collision.
Oh,
Hardman,
Hardman,
Entwistle, and Strome.
And you can see Entwistle having a hard time getting up. He might have gotten it right around the thigh, but boy, in consecutive shifts now, Strome has tried to crisscross and hasn't worked out very well.
It was like a domino effect right within about 10 or 12 feet, and the great Blackhawk fans. There's the initial collision, and then Strome follows through. So it was Hardman and Entwistle both going for the puck, and then knee on knee, and then as Entwistle was falling and sprawled out, then Strome ended up clipping him as well. Good to see Entwistle still on the bench, and there's longtime medical man Mike Gapsky.
Entwistle came in here with a 2-game point streak. Something of a rarity for the young guy who's, again, in sort of usually a bottom 6 role, so accept and execute, and he's certainly done all of that.
And he's going to make his way back to the Blackhawk dressing room. I mean, look, I think for him, Pat, specifically, you got to figure out, is he a winger or is he a center? And then put him there and let him figure it out. And know what his role is moving forward. Again, you're going to need guys in different positions, but I think in fairness to him, he's been bouncing all around.
Lincoln under some pressure here, able to capture that puck with some good net front presence. That's Janot in the grit around the net. And this line, Janot, Sissons, and Trenton, they do lots of that. Now the draw. Dahan had it taken away. Johansson goes down low. A centering pass broken up. Murphy carried on by Johansson. Threw it in front. Quick shot. Lankinen came out to meet the bid from Tolvanen. Made the save. And it's knocked away from Tomasino, and it's able to get this one out. We go to the final minute of period 2. Taves on Benning. Couldn't get away from him there. Kubalik for Taves. Now taken by Jones. Kubalik centered. Doc off the bench on a change with a backhand shot that's kicked aside by Saros. The rebound into the corner. Doc winning that puck. Kirby Doc dropped it for Jake McCabe. Then Seth Jones. Takeaway by Ekholm. The Hawks keep it in.
Oh, reverse hit there by Kubalik.
He did well to unload, but the Preds clear it the other way.
It's Tomasino that he caught.
Fabro helped by Ekholm around missing Granlund, but this rolls back to center. It's going to finish the second period. So the Blackhawks in 40 minutes of play have only allowed 13 shots on goal to the Nashville Predators. They've generated 17 and 1 goal each way through 2. Well, it's been a physical game right from the get-go tonight. Eddie said it early, better have your head on a swivel, and if you're around that puck, be alert. Looks a bit of crossbar, and our
1-1. Hawks and Preds as we get ready to start the third period. Well, tonight's Advocate Assist of the game is brought to you by Advocate Healthcare. And the goal by Brandon Hagel. And tonight we recognize Yvonne Provo, a pulmonary function technologist at Advocate South Suburban Hospital in Hazel Crest. Yvonne tests the lungs of patients who are experiencing respiratory issues so physicians can provide the right course of treatment. Thank you for your service, Yvonne, and all of your teammates out there in Hazel Crest. And the Blackhawks have teamed up with Fifth Third Arena, the practice home of the Hawks, to create a memorable pregame experience for your game day, including a tour of the Blackhawks locker room. You get a pregame buffet, of course. We love hungry hockey fans. Open skate and guaranteed gate giveaway. Less than 300 spots remain, so scan the QR code to secure your opportunity.
looking to get a regulation victory against the Predators for the first time in a couple of seasons. Never were able to do that last year in 8 tries. But it's in front of him now. 1-1, getting ready for the third, which is underway. McCabe tipped it ahead. DeBrincat finds Jones into the zone. Seth Jones, a long flip shot, blockered away by Saros, and Doc able to get to it. He was stripped of it. Duchesne safely cleared. It's going to be a hand pass. And finally the whistle goes.
Oh, he always wanted to be a referee, right?
Hey, by the way, the really had a great time being able to visit during the last intermission with that man. There's David Poyle, the general manager and president of hockey ops for the Nashville Predators, who is in his 40th year as an NHL general manager. Now, if you say records that'll never be broken, there's 2 in hockey that come to mind. Glenn Hall, 500 games in a row as a goalie. And David Poyle, 40 years. I don't believe that's ever going to happen again. Just the way things are in the NHL now. So kudos to him. He's always been a great guy. And
Good to see him, Mr. Poyle.
yeah.
Over his days in Washington when he was in charge of the Caps.
Oh, here's a good step shot by Kubalik and a terrific stop made by Saros.
Kubalik's had a couple of looks here tonight against the Nashville Predators. And one thing I like here, Pat, is that he gets this puck and he just shoots it. Doesn't stop it, doesn't clean it off, just fires it at the net. Sometimes you can catch your goaltender, to catch the goaltender in between, and we try to teach young hockey players, sometimes the less stick handling you do, the better. It's that element of surprise. Not necessarily how hard you shoot the puck, but it's the quick release, and that's a perfect example from Dominik Kubalik. That's not an easy play because that puck is coming towards him. He's able to get a lot of wood on that.
Kurashev to Kara, sidesteps hit, now he charges ahead. Jujar Kara shoots one, right on, he got a lot on it, but Saros beat him.
Using the defenseman as a screen is never a bad idea as well. Thought it might be a 2-on-1 developing, but it goes right between the legs of Carrier. Scored the beautiful goal for the Nashville Predators back in that second period. And sometimes it's tough for the goaltender to pick that puck up once it leaves the stick and goes between the legs of the defenseman.
Stillman trying to bank it to the front of the net. Good coverage, though, there by the Preds, and Jeannot sends it the other way. Brennan and Murphy get together. Sissons could not pick it up on the wall, and Nashville will reorganize and then dump it. Murphy had to jump away. Trennan in behind for Sissons. Threw it toward the middle. Hawks with a takeaway, and Kara banks it ahead to Kurashev. He's going to wait. Nice play here by Kurashev, recognizing everybody's changing on him. He keeps possession. Hawks still have the biscuit while they execute a wholesale change. Now a dump in is taken by Yossi. Good reception there by Novak into the zone. A long wrist shot, gloved by Kevin Lankinen.
Well, got a consumer problem you can't fix? Stop the run around and get the help you deserve. Contact Lisa Parker at NBC5 Responds. They're here to help, answering every call and every email. Pat, is it me, or do you think that the boards are a little bit more Joe Louis-like, the old Joe Louis-like end boards here? It seems like very springboardish. Right?
I totally agree, yeah.
You saw that. I mean, Stillman made a heck of a play down here. I didn't get a chance to jump in there, but he made a heck of a play on that opportunity. I think came right back out to the front of the net. And first guy I ever seen do that. A former teammate on a couple of teams here in Chicago, and then also with the U.S. Olympic hockey team in 1984, the legendary Chris Chelios. He was the first guy I ever really see tried to do that on purpose. You know, as a bank shot type of thing.
Well, that's how the Hawks scored their goal tonight.
Yeah,
and, right. They certainly do seem lively as Fabro gets in deep, tries the center, broken up to Hahn. Then he throws it away. Grimaldi got it to the boards. Novak looking back door. The D-man activated, but the pass never connected with Ekholm. He tries to fight ahead. Good coverage, Kane, and now to Hahn. Let his pass roll wide. Captured by DeBrincat to Kane. And it hacked away, and this one cleared back into Chicago ice. McCabe going up the boards to DeBrincat. Murphy will dump.
The guy that's been very noticeable physically for Nashville has been Luke Cunnin. I mean, he's had a couple of real heavy contact in this game. 11 White for the Predators. He's taken a couple too, but he's been involved and engaged. Got 6 hits officially so far in this game.
Now Carrier, who's got their goal, rolls it ahead. Chased the dump in, got to it, but Stillman's with him. Then the Preds win the battle. Trennan could not get that to the middle. Instead, Carrier, a rink wide picked off Kubalik, looking to counterattack. Crisscrossing, leaving for Hagel, whose shot was smothered. Good defensive job by Carrier there. Now taken by Stillman. Here's Rister high and wide. Taken by Jones, who activates, threw it in front. Oh, Kubalik fumbled it. Now a long great shot. Taves blocked it away by Saros. Oh, the Hawks had a great looking opportunity, but nothing happened in that scenario.
See Kubalik get a couple of more shifts here, Pat. The puck has been finding him tonight. We touched on him back in that first period. He's had a couple of good looks here in the second. Here's Coach King decides to give Dominic Kubalik an opportunity.
Now Sissons driving with a shot right through. Langdon didn't go into the net. That might have been Khrushchev saving a goal. Here's Fabro. He center one tip. Oh, the redirect just missed. Great play to Janot. And he barely missed putting the Preds in front. Now the Hawks clear it into the crowd. Looks like it may be a penalty. No, they're saying it hit the glass. No violation.
Yeah, Kara, when I looked, Pat, the puck was going out, and I saw Kara throw his head up with the body language aspect of it. That's why I thought it ended up going into the crowd without being deflected. But what a couple of great chances for the Predators. See Kara?
Yeah.
And the officials must have not seen the body language, and then here's the opportunity. Here comes Khrushchev. Oh yeah, Pat, great pickup by you. That thing looked like it was going in.
Khrushchev, who's never had a point against Nashville in 8 games before tonight. That's as good as getting one. He just saved one. Here's a takeaway by DeBrincat. Take it down. Penalty Nashville. Here comes Jones into the zone to the attack. Trying to find Kane. It's picked off. No, the play is kept alive. 6 attackers, Blackhawks. Kane takes over. Takes a look. Now drop to Taves. Then Jones. Then Kane, he fanned on it, and Hawks will go to the man advantage. Now, with your big guns having just been out, do you think about a timeout here?
I would. Nashville, number 59, 2 minutes, tripping.
Maybe you get an opportunity to breathe here a little bit. You see John Hines barking at the official there. I think it had something to do with that non-call with the Kara play, throwing it into the crowd. And then there you see Yossi with a definite penalty. So Seth Jones trying to buy some time here. Some guys that have been out there for a period of time.
But the number 1 power play group stays out. Carpenter joins the other 4. Here is DeBrincat. Trying to go backdoor. Kane! Oh, what a save, Saros! Now a centering pass hit the side of the net before reaching Carpenter. Here's DeBrincat. Saros on the right pad. You see Saros coming up huge for the Predators here. And now, finally, it's knocked away from Jones.
Oh, what a stop. What a play.
Kane carries it back in for Tay. Kane came up with it. Back out for Jones. Taves in front to Brinket. A shot. That was deflected wide. And the Preds will be able to clear.
Couple of great chances on this power play so far for the Hawks. Kane with one. DeBrincat with one.
Kane, DeBrincat, and Jones have stayed right out here. Kane's got it into the zone. Dropped it for Kurashev. Now the Preds with a takeaway.
For the most power play time that this second unit will get here tonight. They've got an opportunity here with 40 seconds remaining.
Dylan Strome able to carry it in. Center one right to the goal. And a save made by Saros on Doc, who was in cold turkey. Doc has it again. Then Gustafson put it across. Kubalik gave it back to him. Gustafson for Doc. He'll look down low to Strome. Strome center one quick shot. Saros made the save. Took the look behind, but he beat Kubalik. And UC Saros on this Hawks power play has been spectacular.
Well, chances galore for the Hawks. First one, DeBrincat to Kane. Saros out of the net, desperation mode. And then the Cat with an opportunity, the right pad, a beautiful save, and then the entry from Strome to Doc. Kirby with a couple of grade A chances, just not able to get the puck up. Remember the chance he had in the second period, Pat? Was in tight, wasn't able to throw those hands up towards the crossbar. Same spot here. Couple of grade A chances for 77 Red, and Saros just a tad better.
Power play over, both teams full strength.
That's where you, next time you have a practice, Pat, you put 500 pucks right on top of the blue paint, and every puck that you shoot hits the crossbar.
Doc showing his frustration, just leveled Carrier, but the Preds able to dump this one in. They dig it out, Duchesne. Checked by DeHaan, but got rid of him, Duchesne. Dropped it back, here's a keep in by Ekholm. A long flip shot, dribbled toward the front of that quick shot. Oh, Lankinen, his best of the game, he just beat Duchesne. Evan Lankinen to his left with a dandy.
What a stop, incredible stop. Duchesne had the absolute top half of the net. The athleticism of Lankinen.
DeBrincat to the other end, spins to his forehand, dropped it. Stillman whiffed on it, and the Preds the other way. They're in need of a change, so they'll get it in and get off. Well, you love to see, I mean, look at the show that was put on by Saros against the Hawks power play. You needed a big save there, you got it. Here's a centering pass, but the stick of Kubalik was checked. Tomasino lost it, center pass, Doc. I'm sorry, it was Hagel, and the shot was stopped. Back come the Preds. They get it in. Grimaldi centered it. Oh, tipped on his own net by Jones, and still a great save made. Back comes Hagel to the other end. Chances at either end. This one deflected wide. Carrier. Well, we've not seen
Hagel's
this kind
hurt,
of end-to-end action all night long. Hagel grabbing his shoulder as he scrapes himself off the ice. And he's going to labor to get back to the Hawk bench. In a tightly checked game up until now. And here's McCabe. And a long shot, Gustafson off a leg in front.
Hagel's going to the locker room, Pat.
So not good news there as Gustafson lost it. Here's Duchesne. Dropped it back. The return pass picked off. Cleared the other way, going to be icing Chicago.
What a stop by Kevin Lankinen just prior to the injury to Brandon Hagel. This puck finds Matt Duchesne. He's got the top half of the net and just desperation mode. And Brandon Hagel, Pat, watch. No contact. He falls and he's not able to protect himself. That left arm.
Here's a quick shot. That deflected wide off a leg out in front. Red's able to regain. Cunnin dropped it to Yossi. His pass went off a skate. Granlund and a four-man duel in the corner. Preds come out of there with it. Cunnin, though, lost it. One of the Hawks quickly try to change him up.
Yeah, when Nashville has had their way with the Hawks offensively, and it hasn't been a lot, is when they've kind of swarmed in the corners there and have had 2 and 3 guys around the puck and got the defenseman involved, the cycle. That's when they've been at their best offensively.
Carpenter's shot handled by Saros. Trennan moved it back ahead and they'll dump it. Kahan pressured on the boards. The centering pass, though, picked off by Kara. And Carpenter will put it deep. Hit hard by Benning as he did that.
Took a hit to make a play.
And Trennan for Nashville with a stick of Benning. Janot's going to get there. Then Sissons lines it around. Yossi. Then Janot sends it in behind. Sissons did not come up with it. Janot then did. There, Janot working against Kirby Dach. Big battle in the corner. Who's going to get it? The Preds do. Yossi. Then Trennan centering pass. Good covered Dach. He tied up a stick without getting a penalty. Here's Sissons. And pass goes outside the zone. So offside, you can hear the officials yelling there.
Pat, you talked about the play by Kirby Dach. You could easily call it a dive on Janot there. He hit the deck. I think Kirby got the stick there, and then Janot just fell right down. He could have easily got called for an embellishment. And there's Derek King in the ear of Kirby Dach. And a couple of great chances in this game, in particular the second period, and then the breakaway on the power play here in the third.
Donovan Taves in for this draw. He's on the score sheet tonight for the 4th time this season. Picking up an assist on the lone Hawks tally to this point. The Preds dump it.
A couple of different line combinations now coming for Derek King because of the Hagel situation. Opportunity maybe to get Kubalik some more looks. He's had some great looks.
Long shot by Myers, hit his own man Johansson. Tomasino down low. Bothered by Jones. He's able to come up with a puck. And Gustafsson looked ahead. Oh, Kubalik didn't know it was coming behind him. It's going to be icing Chicago.
Who's got the best fans?
That's a very good question.
Let's put up a poll.
Come on, England.
With WebEx, the McLaren F1 team and their fans are competing like never before. WebEx, driving hybrid work.
Taves and Granlund with this D-zone draw for the Hawks, and everybody jumping.
Please remain in your seat until the seatbelt sign.
Taves, oh, we got beat by Granlund here. Ekholm activating.
I can't believe you didn't shoot that puck.
Now tried an attempt that went wide. Duchesne off the boards, got rid of it, check, put it across, quick shot. Good block, Jones on Granlund. That wound up out of play. So the Blackhawks and the Predators with the game on the line in the late part of the third. Coverage with pregame live at 6:30. Well, the Hawks hoping to make post-game live tonight a happy affair. for PB and Colby is the game in the balance. They've only allowed 5 shots to the Nashville Predators here in the third. They've triggered 11 themselves. And really, spectacular goaltending at either end of the ice here in the third. Quick shot, good save, Lankinen. And
right on cue.
well, I mean, it's been that way. I mean, Saros was great.
Yeah.
And then the Preds got a few good looks, and Lankinen equal to every task up till now. Taves able to get this one out. Now Taves, Kane, Kubalik, the Hawks group, but Taves goes to change, and the Preds will send it in. Kane for Kurashev, or I should say Carpenter, he bats it ahead. Predators back the other way, Yossi, then Duchesne. Trying to drive the net, but not there. Great work by Ryan Carpenter in the D zone, and Ryan Carpenter, who
It's a penalty.
it ought to be, and it was not called.
He just knocked the stick out of Carpenter's hands, I believe, into the crowd.
It's his 251st NHL game tonight. Pretty good for a guy that was never drafted, Carpenter. Here's a quick shot not getting through from Tolvanen. McCabe scooped it ahead and out.
He's going to get a nice souvenir there.
Rocco Grimaldi.
Can't take it from the fan there. They give him another one. Sure Parchi will send over another stick from Carpy. Sorry, I should be watching what's going on the ice there. I was just watching what they were going to do.
I love your great peripheral. Here come the Predators. Quick shot off a leg. Taken by Strome. Then Murphy. 5 minutes remain in regulation. The Blackhawks goal from Brandon Hagel. A Nashville goal from Carrier. It goes across. Here's a snapshot by Carrier, and it went wide. Now taken by DeBrincat. Doc looking back for Kane. Could not pick it up cleanly. Back comes Carrier for the Preds. Sisson looks for Carrier. Well done by DeHaan, who cut across and leveled him. If he catches that pass, he's got a guy wide open on this side. Now DeBrincat sends Kane ahead. DeBrincat looking for Kane, picked it out of the air, and good coverage there. He could not get the puck to his backhand. Philip Myers comes around to Roman Josi. Back goes Jones. Keep in by the Preds Ekholm, or I should say Josi, and Hawks able to get it back. Here comes Kara. He and Fabro come together. Kurashev, or I should say Carpenter, dropped it to McCabe, who winds it around. Kurashev on the other side. Carpenter back to McCabe. Jones a good keep in, a long wrist shot. Kicks tight, rebound. Oh, Saros able to deny Kara, who had a second chance off of Karam. Now Kurashev looking for Kara, didn't work. And the Preds get it out.
Tired guys out there for Nashville.
Here's Taves into the zone, sidesteps one check. And they're able to sandwich him, and taken away by Benning. Down to 3 minutes remaining in the third period. Taves gains his own. Working against Benning. Tolvanen from behind took it away, and now it's Murphy. Kubalik gains the line. A wrist shot handled easily that time by Saros. Benning hacked it out of there.
Let's go Hawk chant in the United Center.
This one dumped in. Jammed loose. DeBrincat tried to center. That was jammed up. DeBrincat got it back. There's a quick shot. Kane, it never got through. Terrific block out in front. And now a lead pass for Duchesne. But Stillman all over him, broke up the play. Hawks arguing for too many men. It's not going to be called. Here comes Trent into the backhand. A shot. Fought off by Lankinen. Rebound. Taken by Stillman. Carrier put it in there. Jones. Now DeBrincat. Rink wide for Kane. Didn't connect. And now as the Preds move ahead, we get down to 100 seconds left. Here's a centering pass. Granlund couldn't pull the trigger. Yossi picked it up. Taken by Kane. Stillman. And the Hawks get it in there. Changing them up as they do. Nashville Predators have won 5 of their last 6 games. And in every one of their 5 wins, they gave up 2 goals or fewer. They're going to do that again tonight.
It's been a while since we've had a whistle, has it not?
You are correct, sir. Here's a loose puck and a regain by McCabe. Now down to the final minute of regulation.
1 minute remaining.
Dylan Strome came up with it.
1 minute.
Strome holding, looking for Kubalik, a one-timer. Great block, Johansson. Now taken by Fabro. Then Kubalik picked it up. Stop shot, handled by Saros.
Over 6 minutes, Pat, without a whistle.
We need to see more crayons for crying out loud.
You got a flight to catch, it's working out pretty good.
Yeah. One more rush attempt for the home side. Kara had it knocked away. Reds get it out. Doc just over the boards. Had some traffic trouble at the red line. Now Kara safely get it out. A long wrist shot missed the net, and we are going to go to extra time in the UC tonight. The Hawks have outshot Nashville 31-21, but only 1 puck has gone in for each side.
It's been rock solid when Nashville has had a push, but it's been sporadic. And this one was the save of the night for Kevin Lankinen, because his counterpart, Jussi Saros, had one very similar on the other end against Patrick Kane. But Lankinen just absolutely dynamite there, Pat. Without any stoppages, we're not able to show our great Blackhawk fans a lot of what's going on, but we talked about, watch the right part of your screen. I'm not sure if you saw that. And there you see that Tampa Bay Lightning fan. Well, that's probably why they took it from him. If the fan had a Hawk jersey on, he would have taken it away. But all kidding aside, could have easily been an interference call there. But Mark Crawford and Derek King going at it on the Blackhawk bench, having some conversation, and a quick little tap on the back, and he taps DeBrincat, Kaner, and Seth Jones.
And you see who's coming up next, Taves and Doc. If it gets that far, it's Kane, DeBrincat, Jones who open up the 3-on-3. Johansson, Yossi, and Duchesne for Nashville. Ryan Johansson drops it back to the leading scorer for Nashville, the D-man Yossi. Gains the line to Johansson. Duchesne will circle back. Yossi trying to get in, pulled it toward the net. Lankinen bats it away. Now they try to counterattack. It might be a 2-on-1. DeBrincat's got Kane with him. DeBrincat for Kane at his feet, back to the cat. Hawks win! Hawks win! What a play by Patrick Kane to kick to the stick and put it across to the cat, and bang! Alex DeBrincat in his 299th game scores an OT to win the game for the Blackhawks.
What a brilliant pass by Patrick Kane, and how many times have we said that in his Hall of Fame career? Watch this pass on the backhand. Kaner gets it, receives it, and then throws it right into the wheelhouse of Alex DeBrincat, and he buries it to the back of the net. And after the celebration here, Pat, I watched Alex DeBrincat. Look what he does.
Yeah.
He goes right to the back of the net to grab that puck, and I got to imagine there will be a presentation inside that locker room to head coach Derek King for his first National Hockey League win, and the guy that got the puck is the guy that put the puck into the back of the net, and that's Alex DeBrincat.
So the Blackhawks, at long last, able to pick up their second victory of the season. And for a team that has had so many difficulties confidence-wise the first couple of weeks of regular season play, a big lift here tonight. Let's enjoy the 3 stars.
Number 32, Kevin Lankinen. The number 2 star of the game from Nashville, number 74, UC Saros. And the number 1 star of the game from the Blackhawks, with the game-winning goal in overtime, number 12, Alex DeBrincat. Turn your attention to the Blackhawks bench for generosity with tonight's number 1 star of the game, Alex DeBrincat.
All right, fans, we are with the man of the hour, Alex DeBrincat. Alex, we got to talk about this. Brandon Hagel opened up the scoring. The crowd erupted here in the United Center. How awesome was it to have this win here at home?
Yeah, you guys were great tonight. Helped us battle through it. We're happy to get the win.
You came up big tonight. We see that synergy with you and Kane. What was it like to be the one with the puck on your stick to come up big in overtime?
Yeah, it's huge. It's good to get wins. Obviously, Kaner made a great play, but just happy to put it in.
A huge 2 points with your new coach now, and we got to talk about it. We're going to be talking about, we've got, excuse me, guys, first time, let's give it up for Alex DeBrincat. But coming in here, this is a major win for you guys. Huge 2 points. How do you build on this moving forward?
Yeah, I think we just got to keep playing hard. If we keep playing like that, I think we'll win a lot of games and hopefully get back in the race.
Well, Alex, congratulations. Great job tonight. Let's celebrate Hawks win.
That's what led to the Cat to the first star selection, but a heck of a play by Kane to kick to the stick. The give and go works. Alex DeBrincat provides the Hawks with the OTGWG. We'll be back with you on Tuesday night for the Hawks and the Pittsburgh Penguins. 7:30 the puck drop. PB and Colby with some